Hi, welcome to Green Mountain Garage. Today we're going to be working on my wife's 2024 Ford Mustang. We're going to be doing a set of Eibach Sportline lowering springs, as well as a new set of wheels and tires. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we got to take the strut out to get the spring off of it. So you got a sway bar bolt you got to take off here, a wrench here, and take the nut off. It's an 18 millimeter. We're going to have to get a little pry tool to get this little clip out of here. And then these two big bolts here, take those off. We'll take the brake caliper off and set it to the side. And then up here, we've taken two of the nuts off completely and then loosened the other one just so the strut doesn't fall when we take it out. Okay, now for the sketchy part, I had to put the spring compressor on here and squeeze the spring so we can take this nut off right here without killing somebody or tearing something up. Okay, so what we're running into is our Harbor Freight, the highest quality Harbor Freight spring compressor is not really wanting to fit on here with this big bottom plate. So you may want to look into, if you're doing this yourself, you may want to look into the claw style spring compressor, or if you have access to a wall mounted one. Alright, so we got this all taken apart, get the spring off. This is super sketchy. You have to smash these coils almost all the way flat. And we had a little trouble getting in here because of the way this is made. You have to actually put a 10 millimeter wrench here and get a wrench in there, a 21 millimeter wrench, to turn that. That was fun. While the spring is all compressed and loaded and this is smashed. That's great. But we got the part. Nuts off. Take this guy. About it. A little bit of pressure on this one, Steve. Tap back in that box and bring me the other one.
Yes, sir. Short one, sorry.
Got the fish. All right. Whoops. Grease.
Is there not those for the back, Mike? For the rear?
Bump stops?
No.
No, there's not on.
Not any on the rear?
It's just
okay.
a spring.
Okay, okay.
We gotta change the bump stop on the shock.
Okay, okay.
This about this out of the way. Okay, so we got them hanging up in here. Got them on. I said, I would recommend using a claw style spring compressor, because what we had, it worked okay, but it's definitely sketchy because these coils, you have to smash these way down, especially the stock springs that are taller. They have to crush way down. So now we just got to hang in here by one nut, and then we're just gonna reverse the procedure, put all the bolts back in, and tighten everything up. Okay, so we got everything bolted up. These things torque to 185 foot-pounds. We really didn't have a torque wrench to go that big, so we went to 160 and then put a little extra on it. And then these were 76, and then the top 3 nuts at the top are 46 pounds. So brake calipers back on. We're going to lower it down, torque the top, and put the wheels on. Alright, so on the rear we have, we're going to take this brake line bracket loose for clearance. Going to take this little line here off for the ABS sensor. Shock mount, I'm going to undo it here. Then we're going to remove those 2 shock bolts on the bottom, and we'll have to actually, the IRS cradle, we'll have to take the bolts out of that. We'll have to support it with some jacks. And the spring should, once we get these out and drop it down, this all should come right out. Okay, so something else that we ran into with these, I ordered these on American Muscle, and the 2024s, the TPM is different than the rest of the cars, supposedly. So nobody has an aftermarket TPM yet. So keep in mind, when you buy wheels for a 24, you have to buy the TPMs, and they're a little pricey, and they had to come from Ford. So I actually got them on CJ Pony, but they're Motorcraft brand. It was either CJ Pony or the dealership. That's the only choices I had. But the tires actually weren't supposed to come mounted and balanced. Well, they showed up in my driveway already mounted and balanced. So we had to break the, I have access to a tire machine, luckily. So I was able to break this bead on the tire machine and get my hand in here and change this TPM out. So just keep that in mind. If you're putting it on a 24, you have to have TPMs for a 24. What I'm going to put on there. If you haven't tried this Jax Wax graphene wax, it's really, really good stuff. It's about $25 a bottle. I was really impressed with it when I put it on my car. It's definitely good stuff. So much better. Alright, here's the finished product. I think it turned out awesome. I'll give a huge shout out to my parents for letting me use their shop to do these little projects. And My buddies Justin and Sean, they were a huge help in this. We even had a little mishap with a broken bolt, and luckily my buddy Sean was on his way down and had a stash of metric bolts in his garage, so that helped out. But my buddy Justin, he helped me most of the day with the lowering springs. I mean, you know, anytime you're doing a project this big, it's nice when you've got friends that will come and help you. And the tires are just a all-season radial that are Toro is the brand on them. I've seen a few people, the reviews on them were really good, and this is an EcoBoost, so it you know, it doesn't need a really soft compound tire for getting after it on the track or the back roads. So the stance is perfect. The wheels are F1R F103 is the number on them. I don't know a whole lot about them other than the reviews were really good, and my wife liked the bronze wheels. I wanted black wheels, but she wanted bronze, and I'm glad that I didn't talk her into black because it looks really good. But the wheels are a 20x9. It's a square setup, but on these 550s and the 650s, the way the quarter panels are, you get almost a staggered stance even with a square wheel setup. And it's nice because you can still rotate your tires. But the wheels are 20x9 with a 30mm offset. The tires are a 275/35/20. I try to put the link in the description. And then the lowering springs are the Eibach Sportline. They're a progressive spring, so it lowers the car without killing the ride. So I have a stage 3 Roush Mustang, and it has coilovers from Roush, and it's got a pretty harsh ride at times. The handling's amazing, but the ride is terrible sometimes. This car, I was really surprised. The handling's pretty good, but the ride isn't that bad. So, but we'll have more stuff to come soon. We're still pretty new to this thing, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.